Hello everyone, this is Thanksgiving week and I am heading to Mojave National Preserve to go camping and hiking for a few days. So I'll be staying at the Hole-In-Wall Campground, which is more or less like right in the middle of the desert. They have over 30 first come first served campsites. And I got myself a pretty nice one, site number 33. It's a pull-through. Actually, quite a few of those sites at the campgrounds are pull-throughs. And the one I'm in can practically fit any Class A. From inside the trailer, I get an awesome panoramic view of the desert. And at night, you get treated to an amazing night sky with stars left and right. So to get my feet moving, I took a 10-mile drive to Rock Springs Loop Trail. 1,000 years ago, I believe they have ranchers living there, and so I took a walk around the property. It's about a 1 mile pretty flat trail that takes you down to, I guess, the Rock Springs, where the ranchers and cowboys and the livestock hang out, get sheltered from the heat. But on this cool day, that is definitely not a problem. From Rock Springs, it's a 20+ mile drive to Teutonia Peak Trailhead. From there, you take a 3-mile out and back hike up to the top of the mountain. At first, you have to go through a bunch of unfortunately burnt Joshua tree, but when you get up to the top, you get a nice view of the desert below. And Barber Peak Loop Trail, you can access that right from the campground, from the north end by the top of the campsites. It's a loop trail about 6+ miles. You go around the whole, mountain. Pretty flat most of the way. You see lots of cows actually. They were out and about. They don't bother you, and lots of desert vegetations. And also right accessible from the campground is the Rings Loop Trail that goes around the bluff. You can just go do the rings, or you can walk around. The best is to do a clockwise, and you can see the reason why the campground is called Hole-In-Wall. And at some point, you'll get to the rings, which you'll have to climb back up. Since I'm in the neighborhood, I decided to go to the Amboy Crater National Monument. Actually, this is just outside the Mojave National Preserve, but it's not too far away, and it's close to the other destinations I was going to go to. It took a while to get to the base of the mountain, and then from there it just zigzags up to the top pretty quickly, and you get a good panoramic view outside and inside of the crater. You can actually walk down into the crater, just lots of rocks. From there, you can take a 37+ mile drive to the Kelso Dunes. These are all on flat-top asphalt roads, so no issue going there. And you can basically drive right up to the sand dunes and walk as far as you want. You can climb all the way up to the top if you are so inclined. It will take you several hours because you are walking on sand, just like walking on the beach. I didn't get to the top because I am pressed on time, as I have one more stop to go. So making one last stop for the day is the lava tubes, which is kind of a must-see in the Mojave National Preserve as well. You can climb down the stairs into one of these tubes made by the lava, long time ago. Now make sure you bring your headlamps or some other light source because it's all dark in there. There's a hole up at the top that lets some light through, but pretty much it's dark. Another must-see, I think, is the Mitchell Caverns. It's just a short 16-mile drive from the campground. The cavern is actually operated by the California Parks Association, and you have to have a guided tour in order to go to this limestone cave. It doesn't look much from the outside, but actually you kind of like wind back and through all the caverns, and it will take a couple of hours to go through it. It's quite interesting.